Hi everyone! Again, this week we are continuing reading the book Teaching the Standards: How to Blend Common Core State Standards into Secondary Instruction. This week's chapters deal with specific teachings in the content areas, such as reading and writing in English language arts, reading and writing in math, science, social studies, and so on. You get the idea. Well, as I am a future history or social science educator, I zeroed in right away on Chapter 6. Chapter 6 is the social studies or social sciences application to the Common Core standards. Now, the quote on the screen that you see before you is something that I've heard time and time again as a person who really enjoys history. And it says, "Where you stand depends on where you sit." And I've also heard the phrase, "The face of the issue changes from seat to seat." History isn't about right. History isn't always about what's right. Answering questions in math and science, you're trying to provide a right or correct answer. And in social studies or in history, that's simply not the case. Really, in social studies, you're trying to get children or students or adults, whoever it may be, to ask good questions, to question critically, to think about things based on their time period, the place, the perspective of those who wrote it and those around the author, and the position, either the popular position or the not so popular position that was held at the time. And these are really important issues that students need to be able to, one, to pick out from pieces of text or to pick out from stories, and two, be able to answer and analyze those answers, because that is the truth, that the position regarding a historical event or historical person will change depending on the personal biases that you as the teacher or personal biases as the student has. And when we deal with the Common Core curriculum in social studies, it's really important for us to follow the taxonomy, Bloom's taxonomy, where we go from emerging all the way to analyzing things, where we're asking kids to synthesize and to create, to develop, to propose, and design. These are the types of questions that we need to ask our students, or our students need to be able to ask. And we need them to be able to cite specific evidence to determine central ideas, according to the book, and also to be able to analyze a series of events. We're asking students to integrate their knowledge and ideas into what they've learned, and they're expected to do some things, some questioning and some answering that social studies doesn't always allow for the right answer. There's multiple ways to solve a problem. There's multiple ways or multiple answers to a potential question. And when we deal with history or social studies, we're dealing with people. We're dealing with life issues, with social issues, where everybody, as I've said before, as everybody is the sum of their experiences, opinions change and differ based on those experiences. I'm really, really glad that this specific chapter exists in this book, and it also goes through a case study and some lesson planning templates that I think will really help me in my educational career. And again, we as a social studies explorer, I'd say, because I like to explore social studies, a portion of this book that really hit me hard was the section entitled Textbooks and the Disenfranchised. And it really hits on how history is written from the view of the victor, and that textbooks seem to disenfranchise minorities, children, women, and racial minorities. And these are hard issues. These are tough issues that we need students to be able to look at, to analyze, to question, to think about why. And and to say that change needs to be enacted, and then go forward with that change. So again, something that I'm really looking forward to bringing to my classroom is, choosing a textbook. And, if the textbook is chosen for me, am I really going to use it? And am I really going to pull from this book that disenfranchises me because I'm a woman? Or that's going to hurt, it's going to show the children in my class, whom are all minorities, a view of themselves that is negative. That's not something I want. That's not the type of educator I want to be. I want to give them text from people that are just like them, people that are minorities, people that are poor, people that are rich, people that are homeless. Like, those are all things that children need to see to understand that we have differences, and some of those differences are okay. And then we have other differences, like being treated as a second-class citizen, and those are not okay.